The qualifying for the fourth stage of the Formula One season brought a new perspective for the drivers, especially after the race in Australia. Carlos Sainz, who won the last race, found himself in fourth place on the grid, behind the two Red Bulls and also Lando Norris McLaren. The Suzuka track is quite different from Melbourne, where Red Bull had previously struggled. Additionally, it's a track with high-speed corners, which poses a challenge for Ferrari cars. However, the qualifying didn't only bring unfavorable news for the Red Bull competitors. Max Verstappen secured the pole position, as he did in the last 2 years, showing that Red Bull still has the most competitive car on circuits that demand the utmost from cars. However, the small gap between Verstappen and Sergio Perez, second on the grid, compared to the other drivers, was surprising. Unlike last year, where the gap to the second-placed, also McLaren, was almost 0.6s, a car that excels in fast corners that are not too long, like those in the first sector of Suzuka, Verstappen was only 0.226s faster than Norris. Moreover, the top 8 drivers recorded times closer to each other than the difference between the first and second-placed on the grid from the previous year. Although Verstappen wasn't satisfied with his last attempt at a quick lap, it's unlikely he will repeat the advantage seen in the September 2023 qualifying. In the race, it's expected that Red Bull will maintain its superiority, as noted by Charles Leclerc, who only managed 8th on the grid and faced difficulties with tire warming. As the tires wear out, the weaknesses of each car become more evident, and that's why they're still leading, as they have a more balanced car. The Formula One is going through a unique moment in terms of competitiveness in the classifications, and the session in Japan was a vivid example of this. Between Sainz, classified in 4th place on the grid, and Russell, in 9th, the difference was minimal, only 0.326 seconds. It's all very tight in the classification. We saw Nico Hülkenberg and Valtteri Bottas driving just 0.3 seconds behind us today, which is interesting. In the race, that's when you realize the true pace of the cars, and we are facing difficulties in that area. I would say that's the real pace. On Saturday, I think tire grip masks some things. The competition is very fierce, and it will be fascinating to see the classifications in Monaco and other circuits where qualification is crucial, where we expect some surprises, commented Fernando Alonso, who starts in 5th place. Another observation made in Suzuka was the notable improvement of Ferrari. They were just 1 second away from the pole less than 7 months ago and are now less than 0.5 seconds behind. This was also a relief for Mercedes. The team had been struggling with high-speed corners and expected a difficult weekend in Suzuka. However, the work done at the factory to better understand the car's behavior paid off this weekend. The drivers didn't need to make major adjustments to the car's setup and felt comfortable from the first free practices. They will start the race in 7th and 9th places, positioned slightly better than what they had been achieving, even on circuits where the car performs better. Asked about which Grand Prix he made so few changes throughout the weekend, Lewis Hamilton could barely remember. It was some time last year, it's been a while. The car operates in a very narrow window, and the team at the factory did an exceptional job to put us in it this weekend. Yuki Tsunoda completed the top 10, exciting the fans in Japan on a Saturday that saw 77,000 spectators in the stands. Finally, I would like to remind everyone who follows our Formula One channel, don't forget to leave your like if you enjoyed the content and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates about the world of Formula One. Be part of this passionate motorsport community and let's explore together all the emotions and novelties that this incredible sport has to offer. Thank you for the support and until the next race.